Good morning, students. Let us start with EVS 2, lesson number 5, Shivaji's education. Beginning of Shivaji's education. Shahaji Raje himself was a scholar of Sanskrit. In the Bangalore court, he had under his patronage artists and scholars of various languages. Patronage is the support, especially financial, that is given to a person or an organization by someone. He appointed intelligent teachers for Shivaji. Shivaji's education began when he became 7 years old. Soon Shivaji became skilled in the art of reading and writing. He began to read the stories from Ramayana and Mahabharata and Bhagavad on his own. To teach him warfare, Shahaji Raje had appointed some teachers. They began to teach Shivaji to ride a horse, to wrestle, to use swords. Thus, at the age of 12, Shivaji became acquainted with different branches of learnings and art. Acquainted means to know something. So, in this way, Shivaji's education started. So, his education started when he was 7 years old. He became skilled in writing, learning. He read stories from Ramayana, Mahabharata. Shahaji Raje also appointed teachers who began to teach him riding, wrestling, to use the sword and dandapatta. And at the age of 12, he became acquainted, means he knew everything, all the branches of learning and arts. Soon Adil Shah sent Shahaji Raje on an expedition to conquer the states of the Nayakas, that is local chiefs in Karnataka. Expedition is a long journey for a special purpose. Before setting out upon the expedition, Shahaji Raje sent Shivaji and Jijabai to Pune. With them he sent elephants, horses and infantry, a treasure, a flag, as also trusted ministers, have brave generals and renowned teachers. Infantry, soldiers who fight on the foot, and renowned teachers. So Shahaji Raje sent Shivaji and Jijabai to Pune, and with them he sent the horses, infantry, treasury, all the brave generals and renowned teachers. Now, rejuvenation of Pune. Rejuvenation means to make young or youthful again. Jijabai and Shivaji returned to Pune. Shivaji remembered his childhood days when he had spent on Shivneri. He could see the lofty peaks of Sahyadri again and he became very happy. Lofty is very tall and impressive. So he came to Pune and he remembered his childhood days which he had spent in Shivneri. He could see the lofty peaks of Sahyadri. Pune at this time was not such a big city. It was totally devastated by Shahaji Raje's enemies. Devastated, that is extremely shocked and upset. It was shocked and upset by Shahaji Raje's enemy. Properties were damaged, houses were demolished. Demolished means to destroy. Temples had collapsed to fall down or break into pieces suddenly. The frightened people had fled from their villages, fled to run away, to escape. They escaped from their villages. Fields had become barren. Thick forest had grown. Wolves roamed in the countryside. Pune thus was totally in shambles and ruins. So, in this way, the houses were demolished, the temples were collapsed, and the city was totally in shambles. Shambles means a state of complete disorder or confusion. And it was in ruins. Ruins means it was damaged so badly that it lost its all value and pleasure. When the people living around came to know that Jijabai had returned to Pune with Shivaji, they took heart. Now, when the people came to know that Jijabai had returned to Pune with Shivaji, they came to heart, means they were little bit happy. Jijabai called all of them and reassured them that they would be safe in Pune. People started settling in Pune, cultivating their lands. Jijabai had the dilapidated temples repaired. Dilapidated means old and broken temples. She repaired them. In the temples, worship began morning and evening. The town was again throbbing with people, throbbing to make strong. A regular movement and noises of people were again seen in the temple. Thus, Pune was totally transformed. The achievement of Dadaji Kondev. When Jijabai and Shivaji were in Karnataka, Dadaji Kondev looked after Pune Jagir. He was the Subedar of Kondana also. He was very faithful. He was strict, efficient, and honest in his work. He was also just and strict disciplinarian. He served with devotion. At about this time, a big wada or residence was built in Pune by the orders of Shahaji Raje. It came to be known as Lal Mahal. To encourage the peasants to till their lands, peasants means the farmers, farm laborers. Dadaji gave concessions in the land tax for a few years. He offered prizes for destroying the wolves which infested the countryside and harassed the peasants. Infested means to be present in large number, typically so as to cause damage. Many wolves were killed. He raised peasant patrols to protect life and property from gangs of thieves who roamed the countryside. He fixed land revenue according to the quality of soil. He thus made the people happy. In the fields of agriculture reform and revenue collection, the work done by Dadaji Kondev and Nizam Shah Wazir Malik Ambar is considered to be very important. So, the Dadaji Kondev and Nizam Shah's Wazir Malik Ambar did very important work. Shivaji's education. When Shivaji returned to Pune, his education continued under the supervision of Jijabai. While returning from Bangalore, Jijabai and Shivaji were accompanied by eminent teachers sent by Shahaji Raje. Eminent means famous and important. They taught them many sciences, branches of learning and languages. Shivaji acquired the knowledge of excellent administration, war tactics, fort architecture, selection of horses and elephants, a way of escaping from difficult enemy territories, many other things. Shivaji's progress in education pleased Jijabai very much. So he acquired much knowledge of how to administer excellently, excellent administration, war tactics. Tactics means plans, courses of action. Fort architecture. Architecture is the art and science of designing building and physical structures. And selection of horses, elephants, escaping from the enemy, and many other things. And seeing Shivaji's progress, Jijabai was pleased by his work. What Veer Mata Jijabai taught Shivaji? Jijabai was no ordinary woman. She was the daughter of the mighty Sardar Lakhujirao Jadhav and the wife of the brave and valiant Shahaji Raje. Valiant is? Yes, full of courage. Courageous he was, Shahaji Raje. She had inherited the knowledge of politics and warfare from her infancy. When she was young, infancy is the time when you are a baby or a young child. When she was young, she inherited the knowledge. In her was witnessed the confluence of martial tradition of the famous house of the Jadhavs and the Bhosles. So confluence, the way in which two or more things come together to become a one single thing. So there was a confluence of Zadavs and the Bhosles. She was a freedom-loving person with great sense of pride. She had learned through the bitter experience that however much a Maratha Sardar displayed valor, it was not appreciated in the courts of sultans. She had valiantly faced the shock of her father's murder in the open court at the instigation of Nizam Shah. She resolved that her son Shivaji would never engage in the services of others. He would establish the rule of his own people, Swaraj. She was bringing up Shivaji with that ideal. So she showed displayed valor means she showed the signs of courage. Valor is courage. And valiantly she faced the shock of her father's murder. Valiantly, courageously. And instigation means the action of causing an event or situation to happen by set of actions or process. And she was bringing up Shivaji with that ideal. She wanted that he would establish the rule of his own people, that is Swaraj. Ideal, he was bringing up with that ideal. Ideal means perfect. The people living in Mawal region were called Mawlas. They were loyal, hardworking, and quick footed. No one could surpass them in hardiness. Surpass to do something better than somebody, so nobody could do better than them. Nobody could surpass them in hardiness. But they were harassed by sultans' rule. The armies of sultans used to plunder their villages, forcing the people to abandon their places. Plunder means the action of stealing the people, the places during war or fighting. The sultans used to plunder, steal those places, villages, and forcing the people to abandon the places. Nobody cared for them. Shivaji earned to do something for these poor, miserable people, these poor, unhappy people. He decided to do something for them. On returning home, Shivaji would talk about this to his mother. Jijabai would say, Shivba, Sri Ramchandra is the ancestor of the Bhosles. Rama killed Ravana and made his people happy. The ancestor of the Zadavs is Sri Krishna. He killed Kans and brought relief to his people. You are a descendant of both Sri Rama and Sri Krishna. You can also destroy the wicked and make your subjects happy. So Jijabai used to tell him that Shubha, Ramchandra is ancestor of Bhosles, ancestor person from whom one is descended. And Rama killed Ravana and made people happy. And the ancestor of Zadav is Sri Krishna. And Sri Krishna, he killed Kans and brought relief to the people. So in this way, you are the descendant. Descendant, a person who belongs to same family as somebody who lived long time ago, of both Sri Rama and Sri Krishna. And you also have to destroy the wicked people and make the subjects, that is the people, happy. These words of Jijabai were a source of inspiration to the young Shivaji. It was a feeling which makes you to do something. These words of Jijabai were a source of inspiration to Shivaji, a feeling, a person or thing that makes you want to do something, that is inspiration. He would remember the brave deeds of the heroes of the past like Rama, Krishna, Bhim, Arjun. He thought of them all the time when, whether asleep or awake, he felt that he too must fight against injustice as they did, and like them destroy the wicked and bring happiness to his subjects. He thought of them all the time, whether asleep or awake. He felt that he too must fight against injustice as they did, and like them destroy the wicked and bring happiness to his subjects. He thought that he should become courageous and brave like these heroes of old. The new regime of Shivaji. In Pune Jagir, the new regime of Shivaji began under the guidance of Jijabai. Shahaji Raje had already made the preparations for this. Regime is a method or system of government. So new regime started under the guidance of Jijabai, and Shahaji Raje already had made preparations for this. When Shahaji Raje sent Shivaji from Bangalore to Pune, he sent some very powerful and prestigious people with him. Prestigious means highly respected people he sent with him. They were Samraj Nilkanta Peshwe, Balkrishna Hanmante, Muzumdar Mankoji Dhatonde, Sarnobat, Raghunath Ballal Sabnis, Sonopant Dabil. These were all able men fit to administer an independent kingdom. Shahaji Raje had specially deputed them to Pune. Deputed means appointed them in Pune to help him. To help Shivaji to govern his Jagir efficiently. With their help, Shivaji began to administer his Jagir to attend the people's grievances. Grievances means complaints, people's complaints. Those who inflicted injustice upon the Royat were punished. In a way, Shahaji Raje's Jagir was undergoing a transformation. The Maulas got a glimpse of the future. Swaraj. It was as it were the dawn of Swaraj. Shivaji's marriage. In those days, people married at a very early age. So Jijamata said, we should now get Shubha married. Then a search for suitable bride for Shubha began. Soon she found the girl she wanted. Her name was Saibai. Saibai came from the Nimbarkar family of Fulton. The marriage was celebrated with great splendor. Splendor means impressive beauty that attracts the all administration, all and attention. It attracted everybody's attention. So Saibai was the girl whom Shubha got married, and so Saibai came from the Nimbarkar family and of Fulton, and this marriage was celebrated with great splendor. Okay.